So what's PigFlow about? What's your goals with that? What's it doing for integrators and for farmers and growers out there? What's your mission with that?
So PigFlow was inspired by healthcare. I mean, we had a conversation with Dr. Brad Frecking, and it was through COVID.
Smart cat.
Very smart.
That guy is smart.
Smart, and he's not going to hold anything back, which is exactly the way I like it. And he basically said, I wish that the government would have included veterinarians more with the whole COVID stuff because they're the real epidemiologists.
Yep.
Doctors have a class on it.
Yep.
Veterinarians live and die by it.
Every day.
Every day.
Because everything we deal with is that way.
Everything. And so it'd be nice if doctors were to say, veterinarians, you're the expert. Well,
you're not going to get that. No. You're not going to get that.
No, but we kind of do the same thing. We're trying to get to individualized care, and yet we're not looking at healthcare and saying, well, what do? They're the experts at individual. And when we were working through this process, Randy Stacker was a huge, huge mentor for us. And he said, look at other industries. Why is it when you bring someone into a restaurant or into a fast food chain or into a gas station or a manufacturing plant, within 1 or 2 weeks, they're at full productivity? Why? Learn it. So we went and we did that. We went through Culver's. We went through manufacturing, food processing, and we just couldn't find similarities. It was not alike. In a lot of ways, it was you can easily empathize with the end user, or it was cookie cutter. Like if I go into a fast food chain, we all know what it's like to have undercooked food. We all know what it's like to not get your food on time, and we all know what it's like to have the wrong order.
Yep.
Well, that's their main 3 KPIs. You can't walk into a sow farm and understand that.
No, because it's totally different.
It's completely different.
Yep.
But when we started looking at healthcare, man, are there some crazy parallels with what it's like to be a nurse versus what it's like to be an employee in the sow farm. And when we look at it, when we dive into the sow farm, once you step into that door, your quality of care, your success is dictated by how the quality of care is provided. Management, external, supervisors is different. That's more efficiency. That's more flow. But at the end of the day, it's about the care. And so when we started looking at healthcare and the solutions they were providing, like us today, they have sensors saying, the resident had a fall.
Yep.
Or they need help, or it's time for medication. Well, if nurses didn't have some device that helped organize and facilitate the communication of all of this, what good's a sensor?
Yeah, it all fall through the cracks.
It's the same thing we're finding today. If I respond to somebody who fell within 10 minutes versus 4 hours, huge variability in results. Well, nurses needed that foundational solution. Well, that's what we're creating for the pork industry, something that helps with workflow efficiencies, process compliance, and individualized care, something that provides a more organized environment for workers where they can have better communication and be less stressed. And at the end of the day, less stress leads to better retention, leads to a better sense of purpose because you know how you're doing and why it matters. And so we've been really focused at what are the people at the ground level doing and how can we make their life better?
Look at that. Look at that. Sawyer.
We need a bomb button.
Yeah, we got the buttons. We just need to put it in there.
We got to program a bomb button.